I'm heading out of town right now with Mr. Chuck here and those 3 little kids we found at the supermarket. We got a really good deal. And we're heading to a park, and I'm not promising anything, but it might turn into a freak show. There's like a little castle on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Wow, this place seems busy.
A park here.
All right, so this is where we're going. You can see it right there. Dwarves Empire. To be honest, I'm not even sure I'm comfortable with the idea of this park, but since it's out there, aren't you curious about the Dwarves Empire, dude?
Me? Honestly, I'm not that comfortable with this either, because I don't know what it's gonna be, but yeah, I'm curious.
Is this gonna be like a dwarf zoo or something? Like I feel like there's something wrong about it, but I'm not sure how I feel about it, but curiosity just took over. I'm just more curious about this freak show than worried about the wrongness of it.
I just hope the dwarves are happy in there, you know. I hope that, you know, like I hope they're having a good time. That's my hope.
All right, let's go in there. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Hello.
Hello.
还可以追本，追好宝啊！
哎，谢谢。
给我刀嘛。
Ah, 好的，谢谢， bye-bye. I think he said something about my nose. Was it fun? 好，很好。
好玩的。
嗯？
好玩的。
对 Okay. They're not too convincing. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting really close, and we see all kinds of people walking out with a long face. So I don't know how to feel about it. They say it's fun, but their face doesn't say it's fun. So we'll see. All right, here we go. So this video is going to be a little bit different. First of all, it was super windy over there, so half of my shot don't have like a decent sound. All you hear is wind. Second of all, this was kind of a weird and messy theme park, and it was really hard for me to kind of string together some kind of storyline to make it fun to watch by itself. So I'm just gonna walk you through it in a way. So first, when you arrive on top of those stairs, you get into this kind of weird little village where you can wander around between the little houses. You can actually go inside most of these houses. Few of them will have dwarves selling like souvenirs and balloons.
你好。
And most of the other ones are just empty with little stools you can sit on and do nothing. You want us to come in?
Yeah.
Okay. Come in. I found some little midgets. They look weird. And there's a giant midget right there. And then there was the main attraction of the village.
Run in there and look if you want.
It's pretty funny to see a little dude like this screaming at people twice his size that he's gonna take their phone away if they don't stop taking pictures. So far it's really depressing. I mean, the highlight of this park is getting like kind of a picture taken with a bunch of dwarves wearing sunglasses and lame costumes. I hope we can find something more interesting, because now this is just sad. All right, next destination, the Dwarf Castle. Let's hope this castle is more interesting and less depressing than this little wannabe Smurf village or something. What do you think so far? That pretty much says it all. Even for kids, this place was boring. I was really hoping I was gonna find some kind of real little village, you know? Not real, but I was expecting to see, I don't know, one little dwarf cutting wood and the other one selling vegetables and having this kind of little village life. But there was nothing. It was just like kind of an empty village where you could take pictures with dwarves with lame costumes. Anyways, we started going towards the castle, and on the way there was this kind of suspended bridge that was also meant to be some kind of attraction. Kind of a glassish bridge. It's really not high, but people get really nervous quickly. So let's see what it does when I shake a little bit. Yeah, people get a little bit nervous about this. I think it's pretty funny. Oh, okay, shit, I scared the kid. At least I made one person laugh, right? Whenever I'm in a boring or weird place like this one, I always try to find ways to entertain myself. And a lot of times this turns into me doing stupid stuff. But at least I'm having fun. Anyways, we kept going towards the castle, and on the way there, I found a zip line. A zip line. It's not even related to the theme park. And on top of it, it was not even an exciting zip line. It was just kind of going down a slope over some weed and bushes. It's not even like going through forests and trees or from a mountain to another. It was just a boring zip line. And further away past the zip line, I noticed there were some dinosaur statues. And at that moment, I realized they're not really trying to make an interesting and fun imaginary dwarf kingdom where it takes you to something that you've never seen before. They're just half-assing everything. They're just trying to cram a bunch of crap together, hoping that it will be interesting. So anyways, we kept going and we ended up at the castle. So this is inside the plastic castle. And people take pictures with some statues. It's so exciting that people keep trying to take pictures with me. I guess it's more entertaining to see a foreigner than a bunch of plastic statues. So after wandering around for a few minutes in the castle, not really knowing what to do, I noticed that it was possible to climb on top of the castle, so I did. There was not much more to do on top of the castle except walking around and looking at the view. And I must admit that the view was actually quite nice. This place is called the Dwarfs Castle, and there's not one freaking dwarf in the whole castle. Alright, so apparently there's a dwarf show happening soon, so that might be entertaining. Let's do this. Let's go! Tayo! Oh, I can hear the show. Look at this crowd. Look at this crazy crowd. This has to be interesting.
让我们用美妙的歌声迎接新年的钟声，愿明天更加美好。闪亮登场！我们拥有帅气的皇家军队，闪亮登场！
As you can see, the show started with a really epic introduction, welcoming the Dwarf King with some dramatic music, but then the police showed up.
好，开始了，10。
哎，你为了站队士，马克，哎，
听不懂。
对呀，哎，
Okay. I have to sit down. Then the show truly started. I pretty much filmed the whole thing, but even though it was kind of funny and entertaining, it quickly got redundant. So instead of showing you the whole show, I'm just gonna kind of show you the highlights. So first, there was some singing, and it started with probably the smallest dwarf I've ever seen in my life, and he had some power. Even the voice. Yeah! Yeah! You rock, man! You rock! Yeah! I told you, right? The guy rocks. Then there was some dancing. Yeah. Those are kids. There better be some jumping and arm shit. was more singing. And more dancing. Then they finally spiced it up a little bit and added some fighting scenes. That was probably the funniest bit of the whole show. This is quite some fighting skills, right? The way they fall at the end, it makes me crack every time. And then they got even fancier and they added some acrobatics in the air above the crowd.
Doing the split. 太不可思议了！我们在平面上都难以完成，何况在这么细小的钢世界上。3、2、1，来，节奏组站起来！
Finally, the show ended with the official goodbyes of the Dwarf King. And then, for those who wanted to, it was possible to go up to the stage and take a closer look at the dwarves. Some very enthusiastic dwarves. You could even play with them if you wanted to.
1、2、3、4。
Remember earlier when I said that this theme park was kind of all over the place? Well, after the show, we started heading out, and on the way out of the Dwarf Kingdom, you have to go through this indoor, weirdly decorated garden where there's supposed to be tons of butterflies flying around. Again, butterflies and dwarves, super related, right? So people take selfies and pictures in front of fake flowers arrangement. I don't know if you're able to see, but yeah, right there, right there, there's a butterfly. There's like 4 butterflies here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There are literally no butterflies here besides the one, like the rare few ones stuck to the ceiling. Alright, so you have one big butterfly here, and people are taking pictures of it because it's really beautiful and exciting. It's a rare opportunity to see such a specimen. You can even go and touch it. Look. Oh, such a soft butterfly. Oh, this butterfly is so soft. So, did you like the butterflies? Huh? Did you see any butterflies? Look at this butterfly. In this butterfly museum, they set up a bunch of dead cows' heads in front of a wall of some kind of butterfly mosaic. It's really weird. In here, just to make it a little bit weirder. No photos, Pat. So I guess they don't mind if I take a picture because this is definitely not addressed to me. Look at those nasty butterflies. Those nasty butterflies. I don't trust those nasty butterflies. If you have to give this place a score on 10, and what would be the score for this place?
5.
5. What score would you give this place?
I'm talking like a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
I think I'm here with a bunch of positive people because I don't think I'd give more than a 3 or 3.5 to this place. Okay, I was a little bit harsh with my score. It's actually, I would compare this theme park to the movie The Room. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So basically this theme park would actually be more like a 2 or a 1.5. But it's like the movie, it's so bad that it's good. So, like, if ever you happen to be in that part of the world, I still recommend it, even though it sucked. But it sucks so much that it's worth visiting. And this is the moment where I start shaking again, like,